How much passive income did I receive this month? In this video, I'll reveal all my passive income from both share dividends and premium bond prizes. And if you stay to the end, I'll discuss everything I've been buying and selling this month. First, let's jump straight into the passive income for April. This is not investment advice, and I'm simply showing you my own journey. On the 2nd of April, 3 of my exchange-traded funds paid out. The first was VWRL. This one gives you exposure to over 3,600 companies from around the world, and it's a bit like owning the whole global economy in a single share. The stock market has experienced extreme volatility this month, and the price is down nearly 12% this year. There is a small dividend of 1.7% spread over 4 payments a year. This month, VWRL paid out a total of £30. If you want to see how much I hold in each of the companies or shares mentioned in this video, I've listed the totals in the video description. Another ETF which paid out was VEVE, and this one focuses on 2,000 companies from developed markets only. The ongoing charge is a bit less than VWRL at 0.12%. Again, the shares have fallen 12%. It also pays a similar quarterly dividend as VWRL. This month, VEVE paid out a total of £30. And my final ETF to pay out this month was VHYL. This one gives me exposure to over 1,700 large to mid-cap global companies which pay higher dividends. The share price is down 4.6% this year and the yield is 3.2%. This screen shows how the dividends per share have changed over the years. You can see here a slight long-term upward trend. This month VHYL paid me a total of £65. On the 10th I received some cash from GSK. The shares are more or less unchanged at the time of this video. The yield is an above average 4.6% spread over 4 payments. Dividend history has been a bit volatile, but I'm happy to hold for the long term. This month, GSK paid out a total of £175. On the 24th, it was a turn of Diageo to pay out. The company is going through a very hard time at the moment with a downturn in global sales. The shares have fallen over 18% so far this year. The dividend yield is 3.8% spread over 2 payments. On a brighter side, the dividends are heading in the right direction over the long term. This month, Diageo paid out a total of £300. On the 17th, I received a present from Rio Tinto. The shares are down nearly 8%, but the dividend is high at 7.1% spread over 2 payments. Dividend history is rather volatile, as you would expect in a cyclical sector such as mining. This month, Rio Tinto paid out a total of £305. On the 4th, it was the turn of Barclays to pay a dividend. The shares are actually up this year and they pay a moderate dividend of 3% spread over 2 payments. Just like mining, banking is a cyclical sector, so expect volatility in both share price and dividends. Despite this, Barclays managed to pay me a total of £435. On the 25th, I received a stack of cash from HSBC. The shares are more or less unchanged this year. The dividend is decent at 6.4% spread over 4 payments. Although dividend payments per share have been a bit up and down, they seem to be strong over the last couple of years. This month, HSBC paid out a total of £485. And now onto the monthly premium bond draw. I only use premium bonds as my emergency fund, kept out of the market on purpose. So hopefully I never need to sell my shares and can allow them to compound over time. Any winnings are saved and then put into the stock market during a downturn. The headline prize rate fell this April to 3.8%. There is 1 draw a month. You have easy access to your money. There is a chance to win £1 million each month and all winnings are tax-free. The first £1 million winner this April was based in South Yorkshire and held £35,000 in bonds. The second lucky winner of the £1 million prize was based in Hertfordshire and held the maximum of £50,000 in bonds. No £1 million for me this month, but I did manage to win a single prize of £100. The bar on the left shows my expected winnings this year so far with £50,000 invested, and the bar on the right shows what I've actually won. As you can see, I'm behind at the moment, and it'll be interesting to see what happens as the year progresses. Why not hit the subscribe button to follow the journey? So the total passive income this month was £1,925, but it looks like the taxman's claw is back and he looks hungry for my cash. Unfortunately, the dividends from my ETFs were outside the ISA. There isn't enough room to keep everything inside, so I'm going to have to pay the claw £20. There you are, now go away and fill some potholes with that. Oh, good lad. Now you may be thinking that with the recent stock market crash, despite all those dividends, I've probably made a huge loss. Well, let's look at the figures and see. At the end of 2024, the portfolio value stood at 512k, and at the time of this video, it's increased to 545k. I've used extra savings to put a lot more money than normal in to try and capitalise on the fall in share prices. The total I've put in this year is 19k, giving me a net gain of around 14k so far this year. So despite the stock market turmoil, my portfolio has remained fairly unscathed so far. If you want to start your own portfolio, then Trading 212 will give you a free fractional share worth up to £100 if you click on the link in the video description. Now for the overall passive income summary. The green bars show my passive income for the last 4 months of last year, and the blue bars are for this year. All figures are after tax, so you can see how much money I get to keep. This chart shows how my average monthly dividends have changed since I started in 2009. This is just share dividends and does not include premium bond prizes. I find it really motivating to see the average monthly dividends rise over time, especially at times when share prices seem to be jumping all over the place. At the time of this video, I'm receiving an average of £1,424 per month in share dividends after tax. I'll shortly reveal everything I've been buying and selling in April, but first a quick look at the payment dates for the month ahead, and this screen shows all the shares which I own that will be paying out dividends in May. This screen shows the highest yields in the FTSE 100. Those in red such as Taylor Wimpey, Vodafone and Rio Tinto have all suffered recent dividend cuts, and this is sometimes the danger of investing in companies with very high yields. If a company decides to cut its dividend, then this can result in a share price fall as investors become worried. The average yield of the FTSE 100 is 3.6%. My own portfolio is even lower at 3.2%, but as I've been investing for so long, and companies generally raise their dividends over time, my yield on cost is now 5.8%. So what have I been buying this month? Well, with the recent market downturn, I've been buying plenty of my S&P 500 ETF as the price is lower. History has shown that markets tend to eventually reach new highs, so why not add a little more when they are cheaper? I've done the same with my Developed World ETF, and I've added more to the FTSE 100 ETF. Regarding individual companies, BP took a recent heavy fall, and I used that opportunity to buy more shares. Barclays also fell heavily, and I added more there too. Finally, Bunzl released some very disappointing news recently, causing the shares to crash nearly 30% in a single day. I used some spare dividends to buy up a few more shares in Bunzl. Regarding sales, I've trimmed Rolls-Royce just to get rid of some capital gains, as I have this one outside the ISA. In the UK, there is a £3,000 capital gains allowance per year, so I try to use it up as I go along. If you want to see a breakdown of my entire portfolio, I've now created a pie on Trading 212, and I'll leave a link to it. Quite a few viewers asked me to create a pie which mirrors my own portfolio, so I've finally done one. I would, however, never recommend that you copy someone else's portfolio, because what might be suitable for them might not be suitable for you, as we all have different goals, investing time horizons and attitude to risk. If you found this video useful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to be notified about future content. See you next time, and happy investing.